everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Knee Slappin' K-Pop podcast. I'm Sammy. Today I have Kayla.
Hello.
And Maria.
Hey.
And we're here for our penultimate look back at the best songs in K-pop. This is 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a time.
What a time.
Oh god, the auto-tune.
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
Crazy to
We're
think
getting
about
to
that,
the
actually.
This is the last year we really could do where we did it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Because, like, this
That's
was,
true.
like, honestly one of the first years where there was a substantial amount of music.
Before
'Cause, dear
2010, there are really just not many K-pop groups that exist to
No.
begin with. So it makes making these lists really hard, which is why you will see in our last episode, we are putting 10 years into one episode, so...
Just
There
because,
you go.
we want to be completionists.
Yep.
And, like, there's songs from, like, 2009 we want. Trust me, we made that list the other day. That list is just icon after icon.
It's great. It's a great list, but it took a long time for that music to
It
come
just
out.
needed to
Yeah.
be 10 years
Yes.
of music to have that many icons.
Yes, yes.
This is another one where I think we have a bunch of, maybe not icons as much, but, like, bangers. And, like, once I say it, you'll remember it. They're not anyone's, like, except for, like, one or two groups. There's no one's, like, magnum opus on here.
Right.
No,
But solid
2010 was
tracks all
really, overall, a weird year.
Again,
Like, when I
I
look
don't
at it,
think
it's a
K-pop
really
fully knows
weird
what it is
year.
yet.
Yeah.
That's the thing I've learned, is that K-pop kind of, I mean, by this point, K-pop's, 10 years old?
Yeah, and also especially, like, from a Western perspective as well, it makes it really hard to, like, in 2010, if you were trying to know about K-pop, like, you really either had to be, like, in the know, or you were, like, Korean American and sort of had some type of awareness of, like, what it was and how it worked and everything. Otherwise, it's just hard to really know what's going on.
It's not a super accessible genre at the time, given that even these videos that we were getting here, so many of them are re-up, because, like, by this point, it's 2010. YouTube is a very new platform. Like, it is not the behemoth it is now. You're dealing with, like, a whole lot of, like...
Yeah, YouTube was only 5 years in at that point.
It's, like, 5 years in.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
weird
still
to think about.
Yeah.
Right? It's still in the age where you're like, is this gonna last forever? Maybe. Who
I mean,
knows?
like, what's their faces, like, what? The people from the 2010s we think of who were popular as YouTubers, this is where they got their upstart around this time, which is weird to
and
think
also,
as well.
like, let's be honest, we say that there's a lot of autotune in this,
the
but
worst
at the
list,
same
though.
time, no, I'm saying, but just generally even in the good list, in all of this K-pop,
Yeah.
but, like, looking at the songs that came out of America at the time,
Lots of autotune as well.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just looked it up. The top song of that year was Kesha's TikTok, which
Yeah.
also, Kesha's TikTok is 13 years
fucking
old.
love that
What are
song.
we doing?
God.
That song's
What a banger.
amazing.
She was
But
waking up
also
from the
full of
bathtub
auto-tune.
13 years ago with a bottle
also-
of Jack.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, but also 13 years ago. It's still that similar vibe. Like, I don't know, I just feel like music from 13 years ago does sound different. And also,
Yeah.
yes, Kesha's TikTok, banger.
Absolute banger.
Will
What a
defend.
great song to do at, like, nostalgia karaoke.
Right? But a lot of it feels like very of its time and not necessarily timeless, which isn't a bad thing, but
I mean,
you
here's
can
the
date
thing.
it easily.
It's pop we have to just also remember, it's pop music.
yeah.
Pop music means popular music.
True.
Some of it stands the test of time. I think many of these songs on our good list do stand the test of time. And then others do not.
Oh, yeah.
And then also, there is something about being a relic of its time. Being a relic of your time sometimes make you the most timeless thing imaginable. Like, they're your little time capsule.
True.
I love little I love songs that are little time capsules.
True, but then it makes
But-
me question certain trends, and I go, ooh, why do we think that was a good idea?
Because,
We'll probably get more into
everything
it
is
in the
possible.
worst list, because I feel like the worst list for... Well, we're talking about the good list, but the worst list more so exemplifies the more, ooh, why do we make some of these
don't
choices?
they all?
True, but, like,
All the good lists, we
especially
only have things that we
especially
enjoy
2010,
even
though.
now.
There's definitely a theme in 2010.
All
But
right.
anyways.
Yeah.
Number 10?
Number
Number
10,
10.
our 10th best song of the year. It is Beautiful by Beast.
We have the weirdest Beast opinions.
You know, it's okay.
You guys, I
It's
don't know
okay.
if I
It's such a weird little song.
Beautiful's weird.
I like
it. Is,
it.
I
really
mean,
is
yeah,
weird.
it is a weird
It's
song.
real charming.
But is it really fun? It's also very fun.
Yes.
I like when Beast's having fun.
Yeah.
Beast, we love groups when they go full emotional drama, all of that stuff. Beast, not one of those groups,
No,
apparently.
no.
We like fun.
They have
Beast.
a lot of songs where they do that, but none of them are on
They
any
do.
of these
I mean,
lists.
fiction.
We don't love those, other than
Fiction's
Good Luck.
very drama.
I don't like fiction. I think it's so
Really?
boring.
I don't like fiction
I think
either.
it's so
Fiction is
boring.
honestly
What?
fiction.
What?
I put fiction in the group of like not so much shadow, but like
12
12:30
12:30,
o'clock
yeah.
or
12:30,
12:30,
whatever.
Ribbon. All
Really?
of that
You
Beast
guys
is
think
not
fiction?
my Beast.
Fiction got more
Yes, I find
vibes
big
than
fiction.
that.
I like 12:30 a lot, but I do not
I
like
like
fiction.
12:30 more, but
I like Shadow,
But I say
Shadow a little bit, but like
my thing with that is I lump them all together, and the only one out of the emotional Vix pile I enjoy is Good Luck. Really,
mhm.
I like 12:30 of those that I said the most.
I like
But
12:30. I like Shadow.
I always prefer when Vix gives me a beautiful night. I know they hated
Wait,
it,
did
but
you say
yeah,
Vix gives you a beautiful night or B?
Beast.
Beast.
I just say words. But like when they give like a beautiful night or I know they hated yeah, I liked yeah, whatever. This beautiful. It's just a whole
fun.
lot
They're
of
real fun.
the fun parts of
I also
Beast.
really enjoy when like Highlight does fun. So like when they did like I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of like Can't Be Better and like Please Don't Be Sad. Like that I think they're
Yeah.
the best when they're having a lot of fun.
I don't know what's the deal with Highlight now, but I would like to see Highlight come back. Because again, I think Vix has a lot of.
You keep calling them Vix.
Well, I don't know why I keep calling them Vix. I don't know what's happening. I kind of want to talk more. Honestly, I
funny.
did always like Vix more than I liked Beast.
Yes, but
I
Vix
mean,
did not
same,
exist in
honestly.
the year 2010.
Vix is not here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I don't like Beast. Maybe I'm just thinking about my opinions on Vix. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe
I
I'm
do
just
like
making
Beast.
these decisions right now.
Maybe I want to talk about Vix, guys. So what was Vix doing in 2010?
They were probably
Training?
Yes,
probably.
they did not debut yet. They debuted in 2012.
Exactly.
Tough year for
trainees.
them because they had EXO that year, so.
You know,
You know,
that's life,
yep.
I suppose. But you know, maybe Highlight will come back.
Maybe.
The Wind isn't doing too much for them.
No, not that
I
they're
like The
bad, but they're
Wind.
very children.
enjoy
They're
The
very
Wind.
child.
Every time I see The Wind, they look younger.
They do.
And I don't know, they're Benjamin Buttoning in front of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Though they're doing it very quickly that I feel like they're going to be toddlers by the end of
Yeah,
the year.
exactly.
You know, who
They're
knows?
like going very quickly the other direction.
Who knows?
But I do really like The Wind. In any other year, The Wind would be up there quite highly in like best rookie
Really,
groups of the
in
year.
any other
Not
year,
this year, though.
It's not this year, yeah.
Not this year. This year, kind of mid-tier because we've had 20. And that's not a joke. That's real.
And they're not done yet, so it's
They keep
They
coming.
keep coming.
I hate it.
Anyway,
But
so
back
Beast's
to-
beautiful.
I enjoy it. It's a weird little song. It feels just I wish they would have kept this sound a little bit because I feel like they never do this again.
they don't.
Even in their fun song, they don't do this.
no,
do
they
not.
don't.
It's just-
I don't.
And I feel
I don't know.
like because I feel like we have talked about a lot of other songs that are in like the really early era of groups that are doing like a weird, cute concept that they do once and
Yeah.
realize it's bad and never again. Like I feel like this is that song for Beast, except it's not
Yeah.
bad. Like.
No.
Yeah, it's not like their other stuff, but it's not like super cringe like a lot of the other ones. I mean, it is a little bit cringe, but it's not
Look.
nearly as bad cringe as a lot of the other ones are.
I've talked about this in our 2-4K episode that this used to be a really big second gen thing where you would do a serious song and then immediately counteract that with a cute song.
True.
Like Beast, this is Beast's example of it.
Mhm.
The group I keep mentioning, apparently VIX did it too. BAP used to do it all the time. This was a very big second-gen boy group thing of do serious, then immediately go fun, then immediately go back. And I'm like, why don't we do this anymore?
Mhm.
Why don't we have fun?
Maybe they just it's almost like companies just want to try to see
here's the
if
thing,
a couple
'cause
concepts
those-
stick and see which
Here's the
one does
thing,
better and go with that.
I also think that now, I spoke about this on the 2-4K episode, but to reiterate it, I do think that now K-pop almost expects you to outdo yourself every time
Mhm.
Every time.
every comeback.
Yeah.
And the cute concepts are not going to sell as well, especially for a boy group that's established itself in a more serious concept.
Yeah.
Because I feel like these cute ones were like kind of one-offs or like the repackage or something like that. They were not the main thing. And they were almost expected to be like they were like there to bring in maybe a couple fans, but they aren't the main selling point of the group. So I do think that it's just changing industries, whatever, but I wish we could get it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Maybe it's like a promoted B-side, which I think is as good as I'm going to get in 2023.
Yeah, probably at this point.
Yep.
Because, like, at this point, we're getting to the point where the promoted B-sides are, like, the same song.
But anyways,
Number 9.
shall we move
Anyways.
on?
Sure. Keep on the cute train.
Number 9. This one I feel like I vibe with. And I'm sad that I had to take to finding like a DJ compilation thing on Spotify to find this song so I could add it to my playlist because I remembered this and I was just like, you know what? I'm here for this cutesy magical girl Japanese vibe, except it's not Japanese, but it definitely feels the inspiration. But it is one of the most iconic subunits of all time. Orange Caramel at number 9 with Magic Girl.
Again, us again deciding to do the weirdest song from a well-known group, because who talks about Magic Girl when they talk about Orange Caramel?
It's so good though.
It's so good. It's their best
It's
song.
so fun.
Also, I don't think I've ever tried to look this song up on Spotify. I didn't know it wasn't on there.
It is.
Thanks,
It's just
Maria.
like not under
Is it,
them
like,
as an artist.
hidden?
It's under like a
It's-
DJ
So,
K-pop volume
so
thing.
no, it's like, it's not like officially out there, which is weird.
No, but like it does exist. It's
It
just,
does
like,
exist, but it's not been put out by like, it's not under the Orange Caramel banner, which is weird, because they do have a Spotify.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's very odd to me. I don't know. But yes, Orange Caramel.
I guess
the
it's not that weird, just considering how old it is and some of this music.
Fair enough. But like all the other Orange Caramel songs are on here. All of them.
Like it's listed
Except
to
this-
them under this. What is it called? It's called like DJ K-Popper Central Volume 5, and I don't know what that is.
Don't know what
I
that's
don't like
about,
that,
but that's
but
where
it's
it's at on
something.
Spotify if you're looking
Sure,
for
if
it.
you want to go find it,
It's like a
go find it.
compilation release.
Weird.
Yes,
But Orange Caramel, the subunit's so good that a lot of people don't know they're a subunit.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's just a lot to do with also the naming of the subunit, that they don't have after school in any way in the name of the subunit, because that's how a lot
And also
of
they're
groups
the exact
associate
opposite
themselves as a
concept.
subunit, yeah.
They're not just cute, but they're also like weird cute. Not so much in this song, but like generally speaking, they're like weird cute.
Yeah.
I love this song, man. This song's real fun. These girls are having a great
it's
time.
a bop. It's great. I'm here for it.
They're like one of the very few K-pop groups who do this concept so well. Like, they really...
Honestly speaking, they might be the only one that like did it consistently well.
Because
Yeah.
we have made
For
known
more
our...
than like a one.
We've made known our
Mhm.
opinions on this style of music on other groups doing it that we do not enjoy at all.
Quirky.
But we
Mhm.
always come
quirky.
back to
Yes.
Orange Caramel, though, like, amazing, flawless.
Orange
Look,
Caramel,
they're
they
the
just-
originator. Everyone is trying to go up against Orange Caramel, and none of them can even get to their heels.
Hell, they had a sushi
insane.
concept, y'all.
They had a
human
sushi concept, and I didn't
concept.
hate it.
Yeah.
That's
I
insane.
didn't hate it either.
This is a little bit more subdued in terms of the weird.
Yeah, it's a little less
But
weird
it's
than some of their other stuff, but still, it's
But
fun.
it's still so fun. They're having a great time. It should sound like shit, too, because they're singing so, like, the song sung by certain other people is gonna sound like shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only because they're good singers that it doesn't, because some of those notes I'm like, ooh, we're this sung by a slightly less good singer is gonna, dogs could hear it and not me. You know what I mean?
Dogs
But
could
it's
hear
like
it.
I miss this kind of weird concept, because they're not going weird for weird's sake. The weird fits with everything else. And that's the one thing about Orange Caramel. I felt like the weird was fitting with the song, which was fitting with the weird. Everything gelled.
Yeah.
You're
is
not
nice.
throwing a weird concept onto a not weird song, or doing, like, I don't know, I just feel like it just gels really well, and it was made to be this, as opposed to we start with a weird song and then we work around, which is just not,
It's not
that
the
you're
way.
trying to make more weird or more quirky, or a not quirky song that you're trying to make quirky through, like, visuals that don't match anything. It's just, this felt cohesive, and that's all I want, is cohesion. Also, I will never get over the fact that Lil Sung Jung could fit into one of these dresses.
Crazy.
No tailoring.
That's still actually
No,
crazy.
yeah, that's wild.
Wild. I worry. Looking back, it's very
It's
worrisome.
very concerning.
It's very concerning that he could fit into that dress, given that he's also a solid, like, 3 to 4 inches taller than her.
I know.
Wild. But that's neither here nor there.
I hope he's doing okay now. He
He's
seems
an
to be.
infinite
I
again.
know, but
He's
he seems to be fine.
The least of I'm more concerned about the girls of Orange Caramel than I am of the guys of Infinite.
If
to be
anything,
honest.
they're just doing their own thing.
I think Nana's
They are.
thriving still.
Maybe
Nana's
acting.
thriving. I don't really follow where the other two went, but I'm hoping
I think
they're
they're.
okay.
Isn't Nana still under? She's
Nana's still under
Nana, but she
Pledis,
does,
Yeah.
she just does acting now.
but she's just acting. She's not
Yeah.
singing. But yeah, she stuck around. All right, moving along.
Number 8.
Another group that we only put slightly weird song.
Oh,
No,
it's
we've done
Sammy's
some of their big
favorites.
hits, but also we also do some more of their obscure songs.
We do go for the
True.
deep cuts with them.
We do like the deep cuts. So at number 8, we have Sistar with How Dare You. This is one that I bet you none of you have heard. Because who
I know
or
So
haven't
Cool.
remembered.
Which is what the album it comes from, but
Yes.
yeah.
It's I enjoy it.
It's very good.
It's better than So Cool.
Here's
That's
the
why
thing
it's
with
here.
Sistar. That's why it's here.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Sistar is one of those groups where I'm like, you kind of came out swinging, knowing exactly what you are, doing exactly what you want, and not giving a shit.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's true female empowerment right there.
Absolutely.
True.
I will say I do think Sistar is the perfect example of how you do a sexy concept in this industry in a way that feels in no way exploitative, because it's sexy as shit. Like, it is, if done by, like, we talk a lot about good and bad sexy concepts on this show, right? And
do.
especially on the bad lists. And I'm like, so many of these songs, if given to a lesser company, would give me the exact same song and the exact same outfits. I would be creeped out. It would be weird. It would be uncomfortable. I've never felt uncomfortable in the safety of Sistar.
I know.
Never.
Never.
I feel safe. Weird to say that about Starship Entertainment,
Right.
who I do not feel safe. But Sistar, safety.
Yes.
I feel like they are in weirdly more control, even here in the beginning of their career. And I don't know if that's just that they're really good actresses, or if it's just that it was just very well done with respect for the members. But overall, it just feels good.
Yeah. Either way, it's weird that it's Starship because it feels like that's a weird company to have done this so well. But I mean,
True.
I mean,
You wouldn't expect
you wouldn't
it.
expect it, but yeah,
No.
from as far as we know, at least they've executed that concept as pretty much as the best you could. So,
and also each of the individual solo members have continued to do that in their solo career.
True.
Wild.
Especially Hyorin.
Oh yeah, she's
Hyorin
absolutely
and
thriving.
And
So does it a lot.
So you definitely too.
Mhm.
And also,
yes, she does. Yeah.
Dawson was in a Hyorin video last year, and she also just kept doing the same concept along with her. Like, it's been consistent amongst every time that they all come back out. It's consistent. Good for them.
Great, honestly.
It's very odd that it's like, I don't know. I just keep thinking about like stuff like the "Give It to Me" video, where I'm like, this is so well done for something that is weirdly borderline.
Yeah.
Like done a little bit differently.
It's really we're
concerning,
we're in,
but like
stellar
done
territory, and then that's not
True,
good.
we are.
But
like,
it's done
it's
so
better.
well and so like. Go back to the "Give It to Me" video and then watch a Stellar video. You'll see the perfect examples of the differences in what a good sexy concept is and what a
concerning,
sexy
very
concept
concerning
is.
sexy concept. Yeah.
It's like Exhibit A, Exhibit B.
Any Sistar video. And like the one thing I keep harping on is just because this is one of the earliest Sistar
Oh yeah, this is early
albums.
Sistar.
This is their third single. This is the third This is the third mini album. Third single album.
Isn't this their first album?
No, it's a single album called "How Dare You."
Oh, because I thought it was included in "So Cool."
I think "So Cool" included some of the earlier singles in it.
Oh, gotcha.
So this came out before "So Cool," but like it came out I think between the Push Push and then "So Cool" were like the minis, and then there were singles in the middle, and then I think in those singles was "How Dare You" and "Shady Girl" and I think another one. But yeah, it's just very interesting to me that like so early on they weirdly haven't really made a misstep with Sistar.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a sexy concepts are one of the harder ones to pull off because you can come off weird, it can come off uncomfortable,
Right?
And yet still super early on, like sure you can say like "So Cool" has like weird dance moves, different things, but it's never anything about like the treatment of the girls or the songs themselves don't come off as creepy, or just like even just the way they shoot these girls don't come off super weird. It's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, it's very rare you can say that about it's very rare you can say that there are not really, that it was done so well and with like so few to no missteps.
Yeah.
Cause like that's almost unheard of that there's no there's not something that'd be like, okay, this was weird, we apologize.
Right.
Speaking of confident, sexy
Oh god,
women,
yes.
Number 7?
Yes.
This is also probably a weird song
It's
choice
very
for
weird.
this artist to put on
Oh,
here.
I'm here
Given
for
that-
it. I don't care if it's weird. This is great.
Given the
This is great.
spoilers, this is the only song by this artist we have.
Right, which for a lot of people, probably not the first choice.
Sacrilege.
But anyway, at number 7, we have Hurricane Venus by Boa.
Not my favorite Boa song, but also
I love it. I love this. I love this. It's so
love
cunt.
it. It's good.
This is so
but
cunt.
like it's not
This
my
is so
favorite
cunt.
Boa song, but also it's the only one that could get on a list, and I'm like, it felt disrespectful not to have Boa.
I mean, we
did.
could
I
have
love this
attempted
song.
to put some other Boa songs on other lists,
We
but
could have, yeah.
We could have,
and
but like
like
those
she
lists are stacked.
she had a string in her more recent years were some
Her
really good
mid-years?
releases. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she had a good string there.
I mean,
But yeah.
here's the thing with Boa. Boa is weirdly the most inconsistent SM artist because she's got like great stretches, and then SM just gives her the weirdest things to do.
Yeah.
It's just a very like SM just keeps giving her stuff.
I think I like the majority of her title tracks for the most
I like
part.
a lot of them, but
Hurricane
some
Venus
of them
is interesting.
Go weird. This one,
it's fun. I work.
It's electronic.
It's very electronic. Oh, again, very of its time in
very
K-pop.
of its time.
And in SM at this point, honestly, SM was on their electronic binge this year.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to
more
it.
it.
But
I mean, SM was on an electronic kick for a couple years.
Yeah, for a couple years.
And honestly, with looking at how we are now, maybe we can we go back to it? Can we go back to anything except what SM is doing right now?
I don't know what they're doing right now.
I'll take this.
I forget.
I'll take this.
This was great.
I'll take Hurricane Venus.
I still remember Key dancing to Hurricane Venus on some show, and at the time, and I was just like, "Oh my god, yes!"
I love Key.
Work, you go, fam. And I was just like, I have to learn more about this Boa person, so I did a deep dive, and this was like, I was like so thrilled by this because I think this was also from she had not released music for a hot minute in Korea at this point. This was like, I think it was Girls on Top, and then she went quiet for a while in Korea, and then I think she released some stuff in Japan, and then this was like the comeback Korea album, basically. So she came back with like a bang, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, it was fun. I love this. But yeah, Hurricane Venus, it's a great song to just like work yourself at the club with, honestly. It's just fun. It honestly, I think it's giving gay anthem. Like Hurricane Venus, it's giving that.
Not the Boa song.
Okay,
I would
maybe
call
not
a gay
this
anthem.
song, but like I feel like
not the Boa. I mean, I
there
can
are other
agree
ones.
that if Boa had done less music, I agree with you.
Which one would you choose actually?
Not the Boa song. A couple of
No, like
ones.
which one's in mind though?
Again, what's the one that I have in mind right now? Give me a second. To be honest, the one that came right to my head is Woman.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually, I was thinking that one.
The one that came first in my head was Woman. When you said Boa gay anthem,
Woman would.
I'm like,
I'm trying
Woman?
to think.
Woman.
I would put Woman above
Girls
that.
on Top, I
but,
feel like, would be
there's
as
definitely
well.
other ones, but like my
feel
brain
like
at
Girls on
this
Top
point
would be as
cannot,
well.
cannot think. Girls on Top, yes. What's the one I'm thinking
Not number
of?
one. Not number one.
Not number
Venti.
one.
What's the one? Venti. I feel
Better.
like would be.
I think if you want a more recent one, Better,
Yes,
I think
Better,
would also
yeah.
be a gay anthem. Weirdly, I think for the nostalgia, I think Atlantis Princess.
Actually,
I was
yes.
also thinking Atlantic.
And also
I
that
was-
fairy,
yes.
that also that
immediately
fairy
went
tale intro.
Atlantic Princess, and I was like, I don't know why, but Atlantic Princess. That's what's it's
Atlantic
giving me.
Princess just gives
It
the
does.
vibe. There's a lot of Boa gay anthems, guys. Also that fairy tale intro.
True.
Mhm.
The fairy tale intro.
she
You're
did.
right. You're right.
Anthem.
It would.
Oh, that's such a good
That's a
one.
good one.
Yes.
It's such a
I'll
banger,
say you were
right?
chasing that one. So good.
Right?
Big fan.
So, like-
big fans of fairy tale.
Are we
Big
big fans of
fans of
fairy tale? We're just big
fairy
fans of the opening track.
Me and Kayla have both seen the whole thing.
That's one of my probably my favorite anime that I've watched. It's
Oh,
so good. I
really?
love fairy
It's a
tale.
fairy-
Yeah.
It's not one of my. It's. I've seen the whole thing. It was really fun. Kayla and I have seen.
I'm impressed
all of
because
it.
I
Fairy Tail.
I feel like
It's
I hear
great.
mixed opinions on fairy tale.
Oh no! Other people
People
hate
it because it's the worst
People
example
hate
of
it.
like the power of friendship.
And
anime.
people don't
that's
like the
what
power
But
of friendship.
also, I like.
as much.
But also,
Power,
Power
of
of
friendship's
Friendship.
great.
Also, you wanna know what is the worst example of the Power of Friendship anime that I still also enjoy? It's actually Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
I have seen a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a worse example
true.
of Power of Friendship anime.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid.
man.
But it's more boy focused, so it's fine. Boys can like the Power of Friendship, but the minute you get something that girls kind of like,
Oh no!
fuck off.
Yep.
How dare they?
Unfortunate.
Anyways,
Anyway.
Anyways,
moving on to
For our anime tangent.
moving on to
Yeah, for
another
our anime.
SM artist, actually.
our continuing road of weirdly obscure songs by very famous
I
people.
don't know if this is as obscure though, to be honest, but it's definitely not as talked about as much.
It's been
Yeah, it has
13
been 13
years. I don't think this would be the first nor the 10th thing people think about when they
I
think
think
about
about
this
another
group.
song off of the 4th album, actually. That's what I think about than this one. But, anyways, this is our lovely, can I just say, problematic group of this
Oh, love
company.
that for
At
them.
number 6, it is none other than Super Junior with No Other. And of course, there was no other person in SM that is as questionable as this group likes to be. They toe the line.
They're
once.
so questionable.
They like to toe the line.
So
This whole process has only made me realize why has Super Junior gotten some of the best music out of SM entertainment.
It's crazy, actually.
What is going on?
I don't
How?
know. I wish I could say.
They keep showing up. And I try not to have them on this list, and somehow they end up in the
And then they're always,
so high.
they're always on the list.
I mean, to be
always
fair,
there.
after the dissolution of TVXQ, they kind of had to put more resources into.
But like, looking at the track record here, are they better than TVXQ? I think
mean,
so.
yeah. I
Looking
wouldn't
at
say
the
that.
track record.
In our track
Yeah.
record, yes, but in certain aspects,
What is
like
I mean, to
Ultimate
be honest,
TVXQ
I think I've turned on
had to beat
TVXQ
certain
fully.
times. Not current duo TVXQ.
Well, here's the thing with 5-member TVXQ. 5-member TVXQ existed for like what?
4 or
years?
5 years at most. Yeah,
Max?
Yeah.
which
4 or
is like,
5?
when you think about it, not a lot of time.
Over
Not a
13
lot of
years
time
ago?
When you think about it.
Not a lot of time, and that was over 13 years ago. I don't think we can compare 5-member TVXQ and the hypothetical what could have been to the almost 20 years of Super Junior we have.
Oh God, yeah. Almost
We're almost
20.
20. We're almost at 20.
Insane amount
currently.
of Super Junior. Yeah.
The insane length of the Super
God,
Junior career.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Fuck. I mean, I do think that they are
Although
still
it is now 20
thankfully not
years
the
of
best
TVXQ,
SM group.
actually.
Thank
It will be
fuck.
shortly 20 years of TVXQ.
It
yeah.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh god, those two.
Ugh.
But thankfully they are beat for best SM
True.
group still. Though weirdly they're a second place I was not expecting.
I know. It's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate, but also they
They
make
do?
They
bangers.
do.
And no
Unfortunately,
other-
they do make
No
bangers.
other is like their most wholesome music song, I'd say.
It's quite wholesome.
I guess similar to
wholesome.
Twins.
It's also
It's as wholesome as I feel like I can accept Super
Yeah.
Junior being.
It's like Twins
Because
too. Twins was pretty wholesome as well.
But there's also the weird section of like Donghae or someone doing a
Yes.
shirtless dance in front of a camera.
That's true.
And I'm like,
Oh, no,
that's
wait,
a
But
little
no,
also
weird.
then
Twins.
you
What am
just
I
cut to
thinking about?
Heechul writing in a Christmas card,
Not
and I'm
Twins.
like, what's
Twins
going
is
on?
Right.
Knockout. What's the other one of that first album that's like, life could get better. Yeah, it's not Twins. Knockout. Because that Knockout's not wholesome. It's the other one they did.
Yeah, I don't remember what that's called, but but that's not.
Because they don't really go wholesome that often.
They don't. Miracle.
Miracle. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that.
They don't do wholesome super often, and personally, I don't think they can do
No,
wholesome
they
anymore.
cannot.
Because
They
I look
cannot.
at this video and I just look at these people,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Like,
you
stupidly too young.
trying to be romantic?
How dare.
You? With
How
your
dare you try to
DUI,
do this?
your killer dog,
Oh.
your weird fat phobic comments,
Like, it's unfortunate that that's what.
multiple your weird homophobic comments. This is right before the DUI.
Gosh.
Oh God.
The first DUI.
Crazy that there was a pre-DUI
Actually, no.
era.
I think we found out that he's not in this because the first DUI had just happened.
Mm.
I think that's what we found out. He's not here. But still, what the hell? But like, weirdly, Super Junior has done so much cancelable shit.
So much.
And yet here I still am being like, bangers.
Yep.
Absolute. The music is so good. I have to overlook the questionable behavior.
We have to make this disclaimer every time we talk about Super Junior because it's like I literally don't want to be associated with them, but also their
No.
past music was very good. Like,
The weird thing is, like, I fully understand how Super Junior still has fans.
yeah, I get it.
Because the music,
The music
is
is
there.
there.
Music is there.
Am I one of them? No.
And if you've been with them for so long, it's like
Yeah.
at that point, it's like You could have as large of a fan base as you want if you've had them for like I don't know however many years Super Junior has existed.
Oh
now.
God, yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, I still understand why like the fans continue, and I'm like, damn, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
That's so weird to think there's 6 albums, like more than. It's like 11 years ago that was released. That is so weird to think.
And like the weird thing with K-pop albums, then you got to think about like repackages and minis, and it's just like the amount of music spirals.
Yeah.
To an insane amount of music. I just ordered 17's 11th mini album.
Ugh.
They have 11
That's
mini
insane.
albums. Wild.
They have 11 mini albums and they're not a group that never got full. They got a couple. I think they have 3 full albums.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of. They're consistent.
They're consistent. But anyways, moving along.
Anyways.
Ooh, a good
Number
one.
5.
Good one. One of the best debuts.
As opposed to the other ones that
but
are
one
shit.
of the best debuts of all time. Good. To the point that Korea was
so
like,
good.
yes, I agree.
Very good.
We'll make it popular.
Yes. Absolutely.
So at number 5, we had C and Blues, I'm a Loner.
Such a banger.
It's like, yeah, no wonder why it popped off in Korea this year. I think it was
It's
one of the
still one
most,
of my
if not the
favorite
most
songs
popular
from
song
theirs.
that year. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite songs from them still, and it was their
Oh,
debut
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It is what
Yeah.
like, and I do feel like this is one of the songs on this list that I feel like it doesn't feel dated. at
No,
all.
it does
Like,
not.
it
This is
feels
one of the rare
very-
ones from.
I mean, let's be
this
honest.
is one of the rare
band
ones from
music,
2010. I feel like is not dated. There's another one on our
Yeah,
list
it
too. I
feels-
feel like isn't, but this one.
right.
Yeah.
This one for
Well,
sure.
here's the other
doesn't
thing.
feel
I think
that.
band music in and of itself just it changes, but like less so than a lot of other types of music.
Yeah.
Like bands are consistently,
Well, I don't.
you know.
Bands can have some definitely of its time music. Look at hair metal.
But overall,
you can.
yeah, but no K-pop groups
True.
making hair metal. Like popular band music sounds like popular
True.
band music.
Mhm. And like we just talked about that last year with like Lucy's Play. Like that's a song that
Yeah.
it feels very timeless and
Mhm.
will be
Timeless.
for a while. Yeah.
I enjoy seeing Blue this song. It's very
We're in like early banger era.
early, yeah.
Cyan Blue. And great. It's so great.
Yep. I wish they'd never evolved out of early banger era TV.
Yeah, this
Cyan
was
Blue.
really good and consistent. I feel like they kind of have gone too much pop.
Well, they were
like the-
always a more poppy band.
Well, they were, but like that's the point. You could still tell they were a band though, especially in the beginning
and
part. And now I'm kind of like, are they still a band?
I don't know. There's 3 of them now. Who knows?
Like it's giving more so like you know how Maroon 5 evolved more to like a pop sound,
Yeah.
not so much a band sound, even though they're technically still a band. That's like kind of the vibe I feel like with C and Blue.
It's
Like you can tell FT Island is still a band, but like
yeah, and I
C
feel
and
like they
Blue?
made that transition pretty fast and like or early into their career too,
Yeah.
where they went from
Yeah.
like it's
band
been
into,
more
like,
pop,
pop
band,
band, yeah.
than band. C and Blue has been
Yeah.
more in a pop band than a band.
uh-huh.
We're going backwards, but in terms of forward in time, they grow out of this relatively quickly.
Mm-hmm. Which are kind of like, oh, I wish they stuck around this longer. But
Yeah.
also, this top 4 bangers.
It's a great top 4. Good.
Back to back
Only
to back. Also,
bangers.
well, top 5.
Well, pretty.
Except for,
The whole
I
thing.
mean, all
I mean,
of
top
them
5
also
pretty good,
yeah.
literal bangers, except one.
Yes. Yes.
Except
Yeah, but
one.
like, it's still
I
a
mean,
great
I-
song.
I-
No,
it bangs
it's still a
still,
banger,
yeah,
but
it's
like
not
a
in the-
metaphorical banger,
in
not
the
a
traditional
literal
banger
banger.
way that it's a banger.
A metaphorical banger,
Yeah.
not
I
a
will say,
literal
number 4,
banger.
a great song to go out on
Mhm.
for a title track.
Yep. All right. So number 4, we have a first time I think we're ever gonna talk about this group ever,
And only time.
literally ever.
No,
on
not
this
the only,
podcast.
not the only time, not the
Oh,
only time.
not the
Oh,
only
No,
time.
but like
not the only time.
I think the first time
Okay,
that
never
we
mind.
have literally ever mentioned them
Ever said
on
this group's name
podcast.
out loud.
And I think a group that a lot of newer fans will
Don't
definitely
know.
not
Just
recognize,
straight
never
up
but
heard
should
of.
never
look
heard
into.
of them.
But also bangers.
Banger. Real
You want
lot
this-
of bangers. Also
And this is probably the most banger of their songs, I would say.
they're
Yes.
yeah, it's pretty banger.
Between that and the
other one that we will talk about
the other
later.
big one, I would say this is more of the traditional banger.
At number 4, we have SS501 with Love Ya.
Oh, the music video for this. Actually quite iconic.
I feel like this song is quite iconic, but that just might be because
I hate to say
it.
The group kind of is unfortunately one member of this group is problematic. So screw that guy.
Super problematic. Yeah.
Trash human being. We don't care about him. But the rest of the group,
cool. But everyone else is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just putting that out there. In case you're wondering, we're talking about the guy who was the second male lead in the infamous / famous Boys Over Flowers.
Yep.
Yes. Second male lead guy, the pretty boy. Yeah, him. He sucks. Apparently quite abusive to an ex-girlfriend or something. He sucks. Anyways.
Yes.
We just gotta put that out there.
Bad.
Because, I mean, we put our stuff out there about Super Junior, so just...
It's very easy to put
Super aware. But this group themselves... not talked about as much anymore.
No.
I feel like they're kind of forgotten.
Honestly,
a little bit.
weird that it's the first time we've ever really talked about them, but I guess we've never really had this, like...
When would we have brought them up?
About them?
No,
we haven't done our
DSP
video yet.
This was their last title track, and they went out with a banger.
Well, yeah, and also mismanagement.
Yeah, and then they go to, like, SS301 for a little bit, and that's
for, a thing. Yeah. The downfall of SS501 is a lot.
They were really good for like a very short period of time in like very early K-pop.
Hey, they were around for a good time, not a long time. The drama.
They're another intensity. Yeah, they're another one of these groups like Infinite Beast Vix who are very boyfriend, very dramatic. Like they're here to bring
the concept is drama.
Yeah.
The concept is dramatic.
So drama.
The concept is intensity.
And we love the drama, as we always say.
We love the drama.
You know.
Oh, we do love
I'm
the
here
drama.
for the drama.
We're here for the drama.
So here for it.
A song, a deep cut. It's not a deep cut.
It's not.
But yet I feel like in 2023, it's a deep cut.
In 2023,
In 2023, it's a deep cut.
Okay,
Who remembers
for newer
SS501?
fans.
But at the time, not a deep cut for the time.
No, not
definitely
at all.
not a deep cut.
At the time, banger.
Yes.
Yes.
Still banger, but at the time, popular. Because this was not an insignificant group at the time.
No.
Oh no, they were
popular.
They were definitely popular.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, heck, again, shitty guy from this group becomes second male lead of one of the most...
I want to point out that his name is Kim Hyungjung. Just because you're saying it like he's Voldemort.
Yeah.
Okay, I just forgot his name. That's why.
Okay.
It's not because he's Voldemort. I just forget the name.
I was like, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of that guy. Like,
that's why I'm just
saying it. I'm like, we
can
just probably say the name out loud if people want to Google
second
it.
Second male lead from Boys Over Flowers.
Just Google second male lead from Boys Over.
You'll get exactly who we're talking about.
You will. It's not difficult to find out the second male lead from the Korean Boys Over Flowers.
Nope, you have two
Then
options.
again, if they announce a remake in 2 days, you might be implicating a completely different person.
Damn.
Knowing our luck, they will announce a remake of that show in 2 days.
Let's just go ahead
2009.
Let's just go ahead and manifest that right now. A remake of Boys Over Flowers.
We've been manifesting that for 2 years, Caitlin, and it hasn't happened yet. I want it to really bad. 2009.
Yeah.
We've had 4 versions in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That, or we're gonna get a Japanese remake first.
We would.
That one's
I feel like we would.
That one's like 2005-ish,
really
6-ish.
old for that one.
That one's slightly older. Not that the Korean one's also not really old.
Right, but still.
I will thank Boys Over Flowers for 2 things. One, we got Almost Paradise, and second, we got Stand By Me. Or
great banger
or whatever
OST.
the song is called.
Great OST. All the seasons of that show have a
Banger
great
OSTs
OST.
for Boys Over
Banger
Flowers.
OSTs across the board. Meteor Garden OST really good. F4 Thailand's OST pretty good. I didn't look up the Japanese one, but I don't care about it. That one probably doesn't even have an OST. It looked like it was made with the budget of a sandwich.
Yep. One of those. One of those shows.
It's one of those most J-dramas are made with the budget of a sandwich. But
I guess it sounds like the more not historical ones are made with a budget of a sandwich. But then again, maybe the historical ones are made with a budget of a sandwich.
No, even the
too.
historical Japanese television has no money.
Yeah.
Fair
They don't
enough.
put money
Very
into
low
their
quality.
television shows.
Yep.
They don't put money into it, and that's why it looks terrible. I think it's
But
starting to slightly change.
I feel like they
but
put more. I think the
don't
problem
put
is because
money
they
into
put more money into the anime more so.
it. They also
for a
don't put
long
money in
time.
anime. Those people aren't paid.
Fair enough.
No one
yeah,
gets
they don't really
paid.
put a lot of money.
They don't put a
into
lot of
much.
money into entertainment. No one gets paid.
Well, listen, the artists seem to get paid though. The musicians.
Oh, the musicians maybe, but I'm talking like people that like make anime do not get paid. Period.
No, yeah, they're not.
They
paid
don't get
well.
paid.
Nope.
They're not.
No one
paid
gets
well.
paid in the entertainment industry in Japan.
Nope.
Moving on.
Moving on. Number 3.
Anything else for SS501?
No, it's not great. We never talk about them, but they made great music while they were
We'll
around.
make a DSP video eventually.
Yep.
Eventually.
We'll get there.
One day. We gotta do Rain Company
You gotta
first.
do
Our
Rain
favorite
Company
man.
first. DSP was moved back in the schedule because of Rain Company and that man's terrible decision. So here we are.
Very
You
timely.
can go
this
ahead
year.
and
Very
blame him
timely.
for that if you're wanting to listen
Blame
to us
Rain for more
for us
things.
not talking about DSP.
See?
Yeah.
All right.
Number 3.
So number 3.
Number 3. Ooh, and the kickstart of a long, lengthy career of one of the most iconic soloists in Korea of all time. One who is still, I don't know, she's been very quiet the past
Around-ish.
couple
I
years,
want to
but,
know
like,
where she is.
Still pretty iconic.
She's
Still
still
pretty iconic.
around-ish.
She's
I
still
want to
around.
know where she is. I need
I want
music.
her back.
I want her back, though. We definitely need her back. We need the icon
Yes.
back. It is the one, the only IU with one of the most iconic, hitting that high note songs ever of all time. Good Day. Oh god, does she hit that high note? Does she hit that high note? She do. It is great. It is iconic. It is the beginnings of her because she did release music prior to this. But
This is
was,
not
like,
her
what
debut.
really
No, this
kicked
is sort of her first
This
big
is her
hit.
big bang.
Yeah.
This is her big bang.
Her first big hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not her
Of it all.
biggest hit anymore.
No. No, definitely not her biggest hit, but like this is the one that starts it off. It
I
is
enjoy
great.
the song.
It is
It's
lovely.
very cute.
I love
it's
it.
the only it's the not traditional banger but also banger on this
Yes.
list.
Yep.
Cuz like it's not a, it's a cute little song, not a traditional style banger.
But it's a great song. It's very IU was really young when this came out, right?
She was.
She debuted at 13 years old or something
13.
like that. Yeah.
The other thing with
Mhm.
IU is IU doesn't look any different in this video than she does now.
No.
So it is very difficult to fully realize how long IU's been doing this because she doesn't look any different.
Aging gracefully, maybe? I don't know.
Not aging,
Not- just
aging
not
gracefully.
aging,
I don't know,
yeah.
but she has not she looks the same
She
essentially.
does.
Like there's not too much so you you need to process a little bit that she's been doing this for
For
so long.
Her entire
Years.
life, essentially.
For her entire life.
I'm trying to find her debut. Her debut was in 2008.
Oh, God.
2008. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So she would have
So this was a couple years in.
she would have been about 15, 16 doing this.
Mhm.
She debuted at 13.
And her concept in the beginning, definitely more cutesy.
I mean, she was
I will tell you
13.
a
that.
child, so...
She
Yes.
was a child.
Although her very first title track, I think, was a little bit more melancholy. But a couple of comebacks after that. were
Look, there's
definitely
only
more
so much you can
cutesy.
do with a literal child. It's either melancholy or cute. There's no... What other thing can you do with a child?
Mhm.
But yeah, no, she was very young when she did this. IU's still pretty young now, much less anything
Yeah,
else.
she's like...
No, yeah, she still is. But yeah, it's crazy. But her vocals are
amazing.
off the charts in this song. She
Great.
does fantastic. It's just quintessential listening right here. quintessential listening. You have to listen to.
Mm-hmm. It is like one of the classics, I would say. Especially for like female soloist as well. It's like very much a classic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so number two.
Number two. Also iconic.
Oh, so good.
I mean, full of icons. So at number 2 we have a group we actually mentioned earlier in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
We have After School with Bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
A song that
so
has to
good.
come up every couple of years and get recovered.
Honestly, great that it does, though.
As it should.
As it should.
As
so
it
good.
should.
Absolutely deserves.
Because you have the iconic, what's it called? The first season of Produce, cover of that song.
Yep.
I saw 17 cover it live,
Yep.
which was very fun.
Yep.
We just had Are You Next to a cover of it, so it's got to come back
Peak
every couple of
Time
years.
also covered it.
Peak Time covered it. I think it's a song that's so good to be covered.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so
and
good.
should keep being covered.
Absolutely. It is like
it should.
I don't know. It's just such a good like banger, like powerful, like girl group song.
absolutely.
It's just it's so good.
And like here's
also,
the other
what
thing.
girls do you got dressing like the freaking Nutcracker Soldier? You don't see that anymore. No one's doing this like a Nutcracker Soldier.
Tell me, dress like a Nutcracker Soldier, and I'm like, I don't know if we should be doing that in 2023. It's gonna look awful.
I don't
gonna
know.
look weird.
Maybe not in 2023. I don't know. But like,
I'm like, I don't know
it
if
was
I
great.
should. I
It
don't
made
know if
them
I should
stood out.
advocate for that being.
You know,
brought
if they
back.
took something that was kind of remotely connected to
Again,
Christmas
I think
and like
that,
not
I
Christmas
think they did it so well.
Yeah.
I think they should own it, and no one else should take it. It's theirs now. You perfected it. It's yours.
Oh yes.
Because I don't want to see someone try, do it badly, and then embarrass themselves. I think it's a very difficult Nutcracker. Very difficult.
I feel
costume to
like
pull
there's a
off.
styling that looks fine, but there is also a lot of styling choices for that would look terrible. So
that would look terrible. So I'm like, you know what? We already have the perfect version.
I mean, the styling choices they had for the music video, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad, but I'm saying someone else, another stylist, could
true.
make it very bad.
Yeah.
They
But
could,
like
very
with this,
easily.
great. Also, what I was gonna say about how the song is
Also,
covered,
I just love in this music video, they're basically just catwalk strutting a good chunk of the time, and I'm here for it. They're just like, yes, we catwalk, we strut. Look at us go. Look at us
It's
pose.
very much the vibe
work.
of the song, and
I'm
works,
here for it.
Yeah.
It's very cunt. It's very cunt. But also, the song's just like a bop. It's drums. It's marching.
It's real good.
It's what it is. Hence the Tin Soldier thing, because you know what? Maybe they were inspired to do this off of the Rockettes and like
you know what? That
the Christmas
it
thing.
it does. And now that you have said that, it does very much give Rockettes a little bit. Yeah.
That would make
I get-
sense.
you know what, I get it,
I mean,
I get
obviously
it.
they're not doing the can here,
Right, and it's
but
like
I'm
I
thinking,
doubt that was a direct observation, like direct inspiration for that. But now that you have said that, I'm like, oh, I see that. Yeah, makes sense. I can see it.
I see it. I'm here for this. It's great. I mean, what else is there to say?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, what else is there to say?
I think that's it. It's just a great song, like
Truly,
absolute banger of a song.
truly, truly, truly. All right,
Number 1.
shall we get to number 1?
So at number 1 we have
Shiny.
with Lucifer.
Yes,
An
Icon.
absolute icon.
Absolute.
So good.
Oh my god. Okay, this was one of the first side note, y'all. This is one of the very first like big K-pop hit songs that I discovered on my own.
This was my
That it
first
stuck with
K-pop
me
song
and
I've
like
ever heard.
replayed the shit out of. This was like it. This was not my first ever. I wish it was.
This was
but,
mine.
like,
This was mine. YouTube
You lucked
randomly
out.
decided that I should be recommended the song, and I was very confused because I was like, okay.
You're like,
And I
why
was
is
like,
her
okay.
whisper her
Well, but
Lucifer?
I'm here now.
I don't know if I fully processed what any of the lyrics were. I think I was overwhelmed.
Right?
I think it was sensory
God.
overload.
Mhm.
It was
Because, like,
such
this is
it
not a
was
song that you
everything.
show to somebody that doesn't know what K-pop
No,
is.
it's not.
It's not. It's a
It's not
bad
one of
song
those.
to do that to. It's a miracle I didn't run. But realistic, like, on the off chance, it's a very it's so good, but it's like, it's sensory overload to the max.
Gosh.
Between the auto-tune and the styling and the random cars and the weird light ray situation and the dancing.
The moving light ray that swirls
rays.
around them
Yeah.
and is there. It's
And
omnipresent.
her whisper
I don't
being
know.
a Lucifer.
Yes.
Whatever
the
that
hand motions
means.
and the dance, the hand movements.
Great.
For the ticking
Look,
clock thing.
it's-
Taemin's long hair giving
Moment.
British rocker influence hair.
But I'm giving more early 2000s emo band, but like, go off.
That too, as well. And maybe both. Maybe
It's giving
both.
more that to me. But like all of that is sensory overload.
Mm-hmm.
Do not show this. Do not make this anyone else's first K-pop song. They'll run screaming.
Yes.
I did not. I stuck around because I'm weird. But great time. Absolutely. Shiny,
it's like a bunch of
absolute
things
icons.
that you put together that, like, in theory should not work, but yet
In
somehow
theory, this is
it
a
works.
terrible song.
It works.
But also, in theory, all 2010 songs are terrible songs.
Yep.
Yeah, again, 2010, very odd year for music in K-pop when you really think about it. But also, Lucifer is that bitch. It
Lucifer
knows
is that
it's
bitch.
weird. But it works it. It does it. You know, and also we have the iconic, you know, rap done by our lovely little rapper. And it's just kind of like, why is this here? But you know what? It's here, and he owns it. And also, John Young's vocals are great in this. Oh my god, so great. And also, oh no, both of them kill it. And it's like, it just makes me miss, like, you know, John Young more, because I'm just like, oh gosh, it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful vocals. Just, oh my god. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say about this song? What else can you say?
And it's like, it's got the electronic noise, but it's like doing it really, really well.
Really well.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I will give SM that. They did own whatever producers they got for the song. They made the electronic thing work really well.
I mean, a lot of early Shiny is super electronic, and it's some of the best electronic that SM has. It is the best electronic SM's ever put out.
2009 Shiny, because 2008 Shiny, I don't think
But like,
was
this
as
is
electronic.
2010 Shiny, and still too
No,
electronic.
yeah, but 2009
I
to
think it goes-
2010, 2011, maybe 2011.
That's what it's
yeah.
it's a decent for Shiny music to not change concept. It is a substantial amount of time, because Shiny doesn't do like 3 years of the same concept. It can kind of shift around a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So they did electronic for a decent amount of time, and it's the best electronic SM ever did and will ever do.
Oh, yeah.
Period. Would prefer it to what else? No, I say that, but Shiny's album was really good except for 2 songs. But can we stop doing those 2 songs?
Yeah. I get it.
Which, oh, you're talking about, like, title
Juice
tracks?
and Hard. Juice and Hard off of that last full album, I don't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Hard I don't hate as much. I think Juice's I do not like. Hard I think is just a bad chorus. But though other than that album was
Also, whenever I think of
amazing.
Shiny, I think of that, like, old K-pop YouTuber channel, Tumin Jingjongki, and their, like, reactions. That was, like, probably one of the few React channels I ever watched back in the day.
God,
'Cause
K-pop
those-
react channels.
What a time.
They were
What a
entertaining. I think they actually reacted to the recent Shiny comeback, though. I like it in recent years. They have not really uploaded much at all, because, again, they're older adults and stuff, but, like,
K-pop react
they always
channels
come,
aren't
lately
really
they've always been coming back for Shiny, and I'm like, I'm here for it. That's real. That's real right there. That is real.
It is something.
Alright.
But that's been the 10 best songs of 2010.
We're almost done
We're
with the
almost
series.
there. Honestly, it's like
We're getting there.
every time
We
we
have,
have
three
started
more.
one of these really long series and we've like reached the end of it, I was like, wow, I can't believe we actually committed to that and did it for an entire year. But here we are.
Look, and yet every time I'm like, are we really gonna finish this? And every time it's like, yeah, of
yeah,
course
we're gonna
are.
finish it. Like,
Of course we are. There's no way we're not gonna finish it.
right. Yes, we only have one more left before we just do this top 10 songs of 2023, which is what we normally do anyway. So we will.
Well, then there's the 15. There's the 10-year one too.
So we will be doing also after
this finishes
after this whole thing, best songs of all time. Covering the span of time we have talked about, so 2000 through 2023. So that'll be a list we haven't even thought about yet, but that's a problem for later us.
A list we haven't thought about, but every time there's like 4 songs that are immediately on it.
Yes.
True. Never officially sat down to talk about it.
No, there's 2 for sure.
4 songs.
There's 2 for sure at the top of my head right now that I'm thinking about.
Oh no, there's the 1 and 2 are locked.
They're there. Yeah.
But it's a matter of like which is 1 and which is 2 is I think the better question. Or do we know?
I don't think we know.
I think we've somehow. I think we've never officially said it, but somehow I feel like our conversations always round out to the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll
Fair
see.
enough,
anyway, that's for 2024. We will have that for everybody.
And also, if you've listened to all of these, you should know what number 1 and number 2 are.
You should. We've
said it multiple times.
We've said it in there. We had on the 2 songs that are 1 and 2. We have said that for both of them, so you can figure it out. So it shouldn't be surprising. But anyway,
no.
We are available on all major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We also have a YouTube channel where we post all of our episodes along with fun clip videos occasionally as well. And with that, we will see you in next week's episode for the worst 10 songs of 2010. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!